For years, you've probably been told the word no is such a bad word. You've probably got it framed in your mind that when someone says no to you, it's a bad thing. And allow me to explain why the word no is the most powerful word in your life if you know how to use it correctly. You know, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Frankie Lee. I have the Frankie Lee podcast and I'm the founder of ContentRemoval.com. And I'm just putting out this raw content for the next 30 days at least to just see what happens and see how I can help you, see how I can serve the world. But anyway, here we go. No, right? We are taught to associate no when we grow up as children. When we ask our mums and our dads for stuff and they say no, we're taught it's a bad connotation. We're taught that, you know, when we're doing any kind of sport and someone doesn't pick us or says no to us, we're taught that's a bad connotation. Essentially, we go through our whole lives being taught that no is such a bad, powerful word until we step forward into our business and our personal development lives and our mindset lives and on from that, until we step into that and go, well, hang on a minute, if I say yes to all of these quote unquote opportunities that come into my life, if I say yes to everything, I'm saying it to nothing, essentially, because I'm so far capped out. I don't know if you've ever felt like that. I felt like over the last couple of years, and I've really reined myself in this year, that I've said yes to so many different quote unquote opportunities that are not really opportunities. They're just what I call active procrastination from the thing that I should be doing. So one thing I got super straight and super dialed in this year was like, okay, what are my North Star goals? So I'll tell you, my North Star goals are building my podcast, building this raw channel and helping people with my coaching work, because that fulfills my heart, and also growing ContentRemoval.com and to keep myself in shape. So I have like 4 key areas of life in my health, my podcast and my business, right? Super simple goals, and all the goals that break down from those areas, just break down from those 4 areas. And what it allowed me to do by getting so dialed in on that is it allows me to say no to things that don't support those goals. You know, essentially, you don't want to go through life not knowing what your key metrics are and what your key goals are, because if you do, you end up saying yes to a whole lot of shit that you really shouldn't. And it's so demoralizing, because you get to the end of the year and you realize, well, hang on a minute, I could have achieved this and I could have achieved that, but really I left myself short. I kind of left the door open to distraction. Yeah, and that is the power of no. But you've been taught your whole life that you've associated the word no with so many bad things because of your childhoods. And if you don't break that programming that happens between the age of 3 or 2 and 8 years old, if you don't break that subconscious programming and start to program you and your brain and your business life and everything on you're trying to do, if you don't program yourself to know that no is the most powerful word in your language, because what no does is create space, and when you've got space, you can attract in the things that you want into that space energetically and opportunity wise that do light you up, right? But you can't do that if you're saying yes to everything and you're just taking on everyone's quote unquote opportunity. I'll give you another example of this with the podcast. The podcast is doing really, really well, and it gets millions of downloads and listens a year now. And the issue with that is you get offered lots of these different brand deals. Now, as of this moment, as of me recording this video, I'm still in advanced talks with quite a few brands, but I haven't took a brand deal, and I've said no to a lot of brand deals, because every no that you say in your life, you're getting yourself closer to a yes that works for you. You're getting yourself closer to something that actually moves you forward, that you resonate with, that works for your business, for your life, right? But it's knowing and having the conviction within yourself to give yourself the power to do that. And I put out a previous video about breaking the patterns. So look at that video about breaking patterns and how you can break patterns in your life. The first thing you've got to do is you've got to break the subconscious patterns that you're dealing with, the things that you've probably never addressed, the areas that you've not ever looked at. Now you can get to the point where you can say no to stuff, but you've got to get your goals dialed in. You've got to know what you're looking for. So I want you to write down you know, if I was to say to you, you could only have like 3 key goals and 3 key areas that you can achieve this year, and there's nothing else that you can achieve, and by achieving those, it takes out everything else you need to do this year, what would they be? What would those 3 goals be? Would they be in different areas of your life? I mean, I've got goals in business, goals in the podcast, and goals in my health, right? And then outside of that, I don't do anything else, you know. I record my YouTube content, my podcast content, I go to the gym, I eat healthy because that's tied to the gym, and I make money online, and I travel, you know, and I travel to wrap it all together, and that's it. Outside of that, I know what to say no to. I'm not doing loads of entrepreneurial dinners in Dubai, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I can say no to stuff super easy because I know where I'm going, what time frame I'm going in, what the goals are this year, what has to be achieved to hit those goals, and I reverse engineer every metric from it, you know. So really get clear on what that looks like to you. Get clear today, super dialed in, because when you are dialed in and when you have got that stuff on point in every area, now you can rock and roll. Now you can know what to say no to. Now you can really go, do you know what, thanks for the invite, Dave, but that's not for me. Thanks for that opportunity of that work, but we do this type of client work, we don't do that. I'll give you another example. There's clients that come to us for SEO, but we're contentremoval.com. We remove online content, so we don't take SEO clients. No matter if they want to pay us, we can do SEO and we can do reputational SEO for brands. We can do that. But the reason I don't take those contracts and I choose to deny that is because it's just another suite of things that we have to build into the brand and have to do that I'm not willing to do at the minute, because I want to be the best in one art, in one area, and drive actionable value for the clients with that one area and be the best at it. You know, I don't want to take on other areas at this moment, because quick money, I've learned from the past, when you take on deals, gets you absolutely rinsed. I remember taking on bad deals back in 2022, and I think inside a week I'd lost myself $500,000, like in a week. Now I've recovered from that now, but at the time that was a lot of money to me. At the time that was it's still a lot of money to me now, but at the time that was a lot of money, you know, and I wasn't as abundant as I am now in this area of my life. So it definitely hurt me a lot. And if I had been able to discern what my goals were, what my time frame was, and been able to say the most important word in the English language, which is no to the shit that I shouldn't be doing, if I'd been able to say no and been able to fully embody the power of what that no means to me, and not connotated it with thinking bad from childhood and all the other things that we get driven into thinking, if I'd known, if I'd done it, then it would have been a hell of a different outcome. But I'm thankful for those things that have happened in my life, because they've taught me so much more on the back of it, and I've learned so many more lessons that I'll be able to articulate to you through this channel's journey and everything else by experiencing that level of stuff. So you know, not many people can talk about losing that much money in a week, because not many people even had that money in the first place. So it's something I can speak into and give context around. Now guys, do me a solid favor here. Listen to this twice if you have to, but get clear on what you want, so you can get super clear on what you should say yes to, and more importantly, what you should absolutely say no to, because it doesn't resonate with you on any level of your life. And when you're clear on that, I believe that that's going to take you to a whole different fucking level, and I can't wait to see that in your life. And as always guys, look, if you want any help with this in your life, you want any coaching or any mentorship on this, I believe I'm one of the best at helping people break patterns in their life and, you know, change their whole perspective, their whole game plan, stop them leading their ladders against the wrong wall and everything else. The link will be in the description or in the comments. You can click it if you're interested in working with me, and I'll gladly work with you if you actually want to put the work in. But you don't need to. You can watch these videos and take the value and do the actions as well. It just allows me to work a lot deeper with you and stop your bullshitting yourself, which a lot of people tend to do. So guys, do me a solid favor, like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. It helps more than you know. And drop a comment in regards to any other videos or anything else that you want me to talk about on this channel where you believe I can add value in your life. And as always, much love, stay tuned. Peace.